coming in, it's really key to always keep your kite super low. When you're riding the waves, if you bring your kite too high, it's going to be pulling you up off the waves, and you're going to have less control over your board, and you're going to have less control over your kite. So I always want to see kites pretty low, okay? You're going to have a fair bit of room to move, but for the most part, pretty low. When we're coming in, and we've decided, okay, the wave's about to break, around the sort of 20 to 30 metre mark that Bruce spoke about before, okay, that's when you're going to get in position to start the figure eight technique. So basically the figure eight technique, what it is keeping the kite pretty low until you're about to take off on the wave, like you would surfing, for example, okay? I feel like on a lot of waves, because you know my background is surfing, it feels really natural for me to take the drop. I really like taking the drop on the waves, and it really gives me, really makes me feel like I'm in the right spot, you know, like on the wave, because that's where I'd sort of be surfing. So I'll come in and I'll take the drop, and throughout, this technique can start throughout taking the drop or until you get out in front of the wave. But basically, you need to remember when you first start this technique, like I said before, you must turn the kite before you turn the board. So when I'm turning the kite, what I'm doing is, I'm not going to be doing a big turn over the top of my head. It's all about keeping it low. Sorry, a pivot turn with my kite really low. I'm actually going to bring my kite and turn it, it's going to be going back the other way. So I'm still going to be going forward, still going to be keeping some tension, you know, like on my lines. I don't need to be edging super hard and trying to load up and build tension like you would if you were on a twin tip and if you were trying to jump. You just need to keep enough tension against your kite so you can make a nice turn. So at this point I'm moving forward, my kite's moving the opposite way, it's still staying low, it's going through the bottom of the power zone. Now the next step is the key step in this technique, alright? This is what sets you up for the rest of the wave. Now a lot of you guys, I'm going to show you an example of where it goes wrong here, and which a lot of people were doing yesterday. When you're turning, especially inside onshore conditions, if you bring your kite back out in front of you, whether it's high or whether it's low, it's always going to push you out in front of the wave. And then when you go towards your kite, or down the line of the wave where you want to go, you're always going to be going towards your kite, and your lines are going to go slack, and that's where kite's going to fall out of the sky and it's going to go all wrong. So the key is when the kite's going back this way, you're going to do another turn, and your kite's almost going to be, even at some points depending on the wind, angle and direction, behind the back of the wave when you're turning. So you're going to go from one pivot turn in front of you, keeping your kite low, to another pivot turn behind you at this point, and then you're going to shoot your kite low across the power zone in an angle that is going directly downwind of the same way the wave's going. It's really important, no matter which way you look at it, while you're riding the waves, you and your kite need to be going at the same speed. If your kite's going faster than you, it's going to rip you off the waves. Or if you want to go faster than what your kite's going, you're going to catch up to your kite and your kite's going to fall out of the sky. You have to remember your kite needs to always be going at the same speed as you.
That's it, it's all over.